So on slide 15.
Okay. And oh my God. Yeah. And so my tax guy.
Hey, I'm in a meeting.
And so my Chevy Impala.
Hey, I'm in a meeting.
So my license to open carry.
Hey, I'm in a meeting.
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 Hey, I'm in a meeting. Hey, I'm in a meeting.
Hey, we're in a meeting.
This is the final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Laugh Index Theater's 2021-2022 season. It's so nice to see you all here on the attendee list. It'd be better if we could see your beautiful, laughing, smiling faces. But of course, that stupid little thing called COVID is still happening. So here we are, virtual again for another season. We're going to have some great stuff coming at you. As you just saw, we were able to do some really great pre-recorded video sketches last season. And I was really proud of everything that we turned out. Brian Alexander was the director last season. I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Catherine Coleman. I'm the director this season. And we're going to try to keep that, same level of excellence that Brian brought to it, keeping you entertained with wonderful pre-recorded video sketches on the fourth Wednesday of most months. So, we've got a really great show for you tonight. I've lost my notes. There they are. Thank you. So we're going to have a night here with a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of sketch comedy, a little bit of character work, and some fun games for you in between all those things. But before we get into all that, I want to roll a quick little video here to introduce you to your 2021-2022 Laugh Index players. All right, there they are. You've now officially seen their faces, seen their names, but now it's time to get to see them perform a little preview for you. This is our preview show. It's a taste of what you can expect of the comedic stylings of our team. And up first, to give you just a lovely, hilarious story, is none other than my good friend Charlotte O'Trimba. She's not back there. This is on Zoom. All right, Charlotte, take it away.
Woo! Thank you so much, Catherine. So happy to be here. Well, my story starts like every anxious and depressed creative in the middle of COVID. I decided to adopt a cat to form a codependent relationship with. I had already sucked my partner dry emotionally. you sickos. And I would say that adopting a cat during quarantine in New York City is akin to what I imagine the process of ordering a mail order bride is like. Like you log on to this website that's like not that well made, and you kind of like fill out your preferences. And then once you do that, someone contacts you to set up a Zoom interview with your potential companion. And then once you get on the Zoom, you don't really speak the same language. You're all just kind of talking around, trying to get to know this creature looking at you through the screen. So long story short, we decide to adopt this cat via Zoom. And then this is where it sort of diverges, I guess, in that, or maybe not, we have to go show up to this like abandoned building because nobody's in there. And in order to get our cat, it's a handoff process only. So we brought our carrier and I was very excited. And I have to leave the carrier outside, call them this new number, and then they are like, okay, the carrier's ready. So I look out the window and I see a man in a mustache and like a long ponytail dart outside. He grabs the carrier, takes it inside, and I'm like, there's no way there's a cat coming. He darts back out with the cat, and I go outside to take the cat inside to the car. Now, when I tell you we brought this cat inside and she is shivering and she is yellow and she smells what can only be described as a fart. This small cat smells like when you've eaten dairy and you're lactose intolerant and you have like one of those silent but deadly farts that you've baked into your bed and it hits you like a wall. Imagine that, but in a car, and you can't escape the smell. So I call them up and I say, listen, were you gonna like tell me like what the fuck is wrong with my cat? And they're like, oh, sorry, we forgot to tell you, she needed another sulfur dip to get over her feline lice. This is now 0 for 2 for important pieces of information I did not have about this cat that's going to live with me. So we take her home. She starts settling in. We can't escape the smell. She keeps licking herself because she's trying to get the smell off and keeps sneezing and then keeps pooping more. So I decide I'm a new cat mother. I'm going to take this matters into my own hands and I'm going to give her a bath. And I'm really excited and proud that we're going to give her this bath. And we do, but she doesn't like it. And she manages to bite through the gloves to the point where I have like a welt and I'm bleeding. And I didn't want to call them up, but I decided to just say, listen, she bit me. Just want to make sure all her rabies shots are up to date. And so this woman calls me back and leaves a 1.5-minute long voicemail as if I am a mother who has abused her child. And she says, listen, I can't believe you gave her a bath. She's an older cat. She will probably be set back socially for weeks now. And you'll be lucky if she even comes out of hiding. You should never, ever give a cat a bath. You need to call us back promptly to discuss this matter. And I was like, no, bitch. She's my cat and she's clean. And damn it if I know what she wants more than you. And that's the story of Coco, my cat who love hates me, my mail order kitty. Thank you so much.
Oh, and are you going to be paying the cat tax, Charlotte? Oh, she's gone. Nope, she will not be paying. Huge thanks to my husband, Nathan, who is running tech. And I did tell him to kick everyone off promptly because we're on a tight schedule. So he is throwing his hands up at me right now. Nonetheless, Charlotte does have a very cute cat. You can see it on her Instagram at Charlotte O'Drimba. That was great. Charlotte, good job. Everyone give a round of applause. I still, no matter how many times I've heard the story of adopting Coco, can't get over the fact that they gave you like a crusty fart smelling cat. That is the craziest thing. I've never heard of that in my life. I've volunteered at many shelters. That doesn't happen to normal people. That is strictly a Charlotte and Coco story. So let's keep going. Everyone, remember that Zoom has a lovely chat feature. It's over there. It's over there. I don't know which way my camera's pointing, but feel free to react to what you're seeing. Share your thoughts, share your sentiments. And now we're going to get going. We have some games that we're going to play tonight in between these pieces. There'll be sort of improvised games. And the first one is called Secrets. And how this game works is that all of these people have told me all of their secrets. And we're going to bring some people up. And I'm going to reveal their secrets. And you, the audience, are going to guess whose secret goes with who. So, up first, playing Secrets, is Nick, Tyler, Julie, Joe, and Caroline. Bring them on up. And while we're bringing them up, I want to thank the Lit board for this great opportunity for us to perform comedy for you every month. I want to thank our players, and again, thank my husband Nathan for running tech. All right. We need one more. There we go, right? Nick, Tyler, Julie, Joe, and Caroline. Okay. All right. So once again, I'm going to read you these beautiful people's secrets, and you will be guessing whose secret it is. There will be a poll that pops up on your screen to vote in. All right. The first secret. Which of these players has a grandfather born 4 years before the Titanic sank? The Titanic sank in April of 1912. So this person's grandfather was born in 1908. That's a very long time ago. I think my grandmother was born in the 30s. Everyone get your votes in. Get your votes in. Oh, we're getting lots of mixed results. People really aren't sure who to think this is. Grandfather born before the Titanic sank. All right. So the audience, it's a little split. We got 30% think Nick and 30% think Julie. We got some scattered votes for some other people. Tyler, who do you think has a grandfather born 4 years before the Titanic sank?
I think Joseph seems like an old soul. So I'm going to give it to him.
And very good. And maybe Joe is actually his grandfather reincarnated, and Joe was born 4 years before the Titanic sank. I will go ahead and let you know that is the wrong answer. Sorry about it. Not Joe. All right. Nick, 30% of people think it's you. What year was your grandfather born?
1910.
Oh,
2 years before the Titanic.
2 years before the Titanic.
Couldn't possibly.
So it's not
be me.
Nick. Oh man. Julie?
I think it's Julie.
You think it's Julie? Why do you think it's Julie?
When I think of Julie's family members, I imagine them being old.
So all of Julie's family was born in 1908.
Yes.
Julie, is this your secret? What year were your grandparents born?
I no longer have grandparents, so I'm trying to recall when, but I do know both of my grandpas were not born before the late 1920s.
Okay, very interesting. So not Julie. So the majority of our audience did indeed get this wrong. And I will say I think my great grandmother was supposed to come to America on the Titanic, but was running late and missed the boat. Interesting stuff. So the person whose secret this is Caroline. And only 10% of people guessed that it was Caroline. So Caroline, your grandpa's, is he still with us?
Oh, no.
Probably not. Right.
Very much dead.
Did you meet him?
He died when I was like 2, so technically, but I don't remember him.
Oh.
And my great grandmother, one of my great grandmothers, is younger than him. So like fun times.
Interesting. All right. Well, let's do another secret. Is everybody ready? Which one of these people is a psychopath who, as a child, compulsively ripped pages out of books only to tape them right back in? Get those quizzes up. Who do you think it is? Who ripped pages out of books? My mom's correcting my story in the chat, but ignore her because that's not my truth. It's less interesting. All right. Whose secret is this? All right. Well, Tyler, I'm sad to report that most people think you are this crazy person. Have you ever ripped pages out of books before?
I remember one specific time when I was very young, I ripped a page out of a book in an act of protest. And I learned that day that you do not defile books in my household. I became very clear on that.
So this safe to say this is not your secret then?
Not my secret. If it was, it would be kept very well hidden.
Who do you think this one might belong to?
I'm gonna totally eyeliner profile Julie for this one. There's something about girls with eyeliners that just destructive instincts, I think, follow. But from what I know of Julie, she doesn't have a hateful heart. So I think anything she breaks, she would make efforts to repair.
So 9% of the audience agrees that it could be Julie. Julie, is this yours?
Sadly, no. I was a rule follower, so I probably would have retaped books, but no, this is not my secret.
All right. Now, the person whose secret this is got 27% of the vote. In second place, Nick. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it was just a hobby of mine at the time.
What were they specific kinds of books or just any book you could get your hands on? You were like, fuck this bad boy.
Yeah, just any book. I always had to have a book with me so I could rip the pages out and then tape it back in.
Very interesting. Nick, you never fail to disappoint. With the more I learn about you, the more mysterious you become somehow.
Well, thank you.
All right. Now let's talk about a third secret. One of these people on your screen, not including me, I'm not playing the game, is the middle child of 3. 3 people presumably born after the Titanic sank. Who is a middle child of 3? Which of these people seems like a middle child? Malcolm in the Middle. Anybody watch that show? Loved that show. All right. Let's see. We have 36% of people think it's Julie. Up next, 27 with Caroline, 18 for Joe, and then Nick and Tyler. So most people think it's Julie. Julie, are you a middle child?
I actually am. They got this right. Yeah, I have
Wow.
within 3 years of each other. Of course, I'm the only performer because I'm the crazy middle child.
You needed all the attention. What are your siblings' names?
My older sister's Caroline and my younger brother's Andrew.
All right. Well, very interesting. Julie is the middle child. We have one more secret to share. This secret is that one of these people was a dancing waiter. Who on this panel looks like they could be a dancing waiter? There's no rule to say that somebody can't go twice. I don't know that I've ever seen any of these people dance. I have seen Julie dance, actually. Julie can dance. I don't know if Julie has ever been a waiter, though. All right. Well, the enigma that is Nick has people thinking this could be you. He tears pages out of books. Does he also dance while waiting tables?
Can't say I've ever done that, no. But I do think this is Tyler. I get a waiter vibe from him. And
a waiter vibe from him?
To get a dancing waiter isn't too big of a leap from that.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, so 45% of people thought it was Nick. 27 did think it was Tyler. Tyler, you got dance moves?
I got a few, and I'm really good at dropping drinks.
So you are the dancing waiter.
I was San Diego's foremost dancing waiter in 2017-18.
And did everyone at the restaurant dance, or was this just a Tyler thing?
No, it was like when I'd served all the drinks and everyone was taken care of, then the customers could get up and dance with me because we had a live piano player. And I noticed that once I started doing this, my tip percentage was like way higher than when I wasn't doing it.
Dancing for the money.
As one does.
All right. Well, that is the first round of our secret game. Give a round of applause to these people. Tyler, would you stick around for just a minute, though? I have some more questions about this dancing gig. Was it you? So you were dancing with the patrons, correct?
Yeah.
And were you like doing like slow dance moves, or were you like twerking with the patrons?
Well, neither. It was partner dancing. What happened was the restaurant or the bar was severely under patronized, but we had the piano player. So I just got bored and started dancing by myself. He would play like jazz pop covers. And one day, a woman, Miss K, who was 75 years old and she lived above the bar, I asked if she wanted to dance. And she grew up in a time when like this is something people did. It was like part of your natural evolution. So we did, and then we did the week after, and then eventually a customer was like, wait, is this a thing? Can I just dance with you? And I wasn't doing anything else. So
there you go.
The ball got rolling.
Tyler the dancing waiter. Well, I hope we see these moves in a sketch at some point this season. But to preview what you're bringing to the team here, I know you've made a lot of sketch videos for like your social media channels and stuff. And you brought one here to show the crowd. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to see in this sketch?
Yeah, this is a sketch I made, I think April of this year, maybe a little later, titled Jack Falcon. And it's co-starring the witty and talented Carolyn White, who is a New York City comedian and the winner of Kenan Thompson's Funniest Kid in America in 2019. And I figure if anybody knows funny kids, it's Kenan Thompson. You know?
Oh, Kenan Thompson knows everything.
Yeah, and Funny Kids is like his entirety of his career.
Yeah. All right. So this is Jack Falcon. This is a preview of the comedic stylings of Tyler Oakley.
Mayweather, I'm in position. Transmit entry codes now. Time is short. Mayweather, do you copy?
Oh, hello? Is someone there?
Who is this? Are you hacking my transmission?
No, sorry. My name is Daisy. It's take your daughter to work day at the CIA, and my dad said I could come if I finished my homework.
Daisy, I need Mayweather on stat.
Okay, so while you've been gone, the CIA, unionized or whatever, so he's on mandatory break right now.
So why are you at the chair?
First of all, rude, and secondly, I was the only one here, so you're welcome.
All right, Daisy, listen, we are low on time. I need disarmament codes to the North Korean Central Nuclear Server.
Oh, my dad just hacked the server and left the window open. I can enter custom codes right here.
Enter a custom code and read it back to me.
So the first disarmament code is Unicorn Lover XOXO. That's spelled U-N-I.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, Daisy. Okay, in general, try and make these a little more secure, like random combinations of letters and numbers.
Oh, you're totally right. Sorry. This next one is way better. Ready?
Yes, Daisy. Please hurry.
Okay, so code number 2 is #DaisyIsDaBomb.com, Heart YOLO 2008. That's the year I was born.
Yes, Daisy, thank you. Okay, I entered it. It's not going through.
Read it back to me.
DaisyIsTheBomb.com.
Oh, no, it's da bomb, and da is spelled D-A.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Daisy, if you're gonna use actual words, then use actual words.
Wow, okay, Mr. High Stress. Do you do yoga? You should.
Focus, please. DaisyIsTheBomb.com.
Aw, thanks.
Heart YOLO 2008.
Bingo! Oh, and heart is the heart emoji.
Daisy, I can't use emojis.
Oh my god, yes you can. You just hit the numbers button on your keyboard, and then it's on the left. Grandpa.
No, Daisy, I am hacking into the server with a keypad disguised by Delta to look like a flask using Cold War era technology. Change that password.
Fine. Jeez, you don't have to yell at me.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Just please change that password to a random combination of letters and characters.
Okay, I have a random combo right here. Ready?
Yes.
HTTPS :
Daisy, that is a government link to a CIA secure server. Don't use that. Just make up a combination.
Wow, toxic male energy much? Fine, how about North Korea sucks 1, 2, 3.
Not random either, but if it stops World War III, I can work with it. And it's in. Operation successful. Daisy, you did it!
Woohoo!
Great work, kid. Now just set a pin for me to meet the chopper and I'll airlift on home.
Let me find a good meetup point. Okay, how far are you from a Starbucks?
Daisy!
Thanks for watching. If you're Team Daisy, go ahead and hit subscribe.
And if you're Team Falcon, hit like.
And if you do both, we'll do a Frozen duet.
Wait, what?
You can be Anna.
Woo! Give it up for Tyler. That was really funny. I love that. How do you know Daisy? I don't know her name's not Daisy, but
Carolyn and I do improv at the same theater in Broadway Comedy Club.
Oh, that was very cute. Thank you, Tyler. Give a round of applause to Tyler. All right, we got another game for you coming up now. And this game is called Dating Me is Like ... And how this works is in the chat, you're all going to enter nouns, people, places, things. And our panel will say jokes about those things. Dating me is like this thing. And then they'll give you a nice little punchline that they're going to improvise right here on the spot. And playing this game tonight is Eugene, Kaz, and Charlotte. Go ahead while we're pulling them up, put some stuff in the chat, some nouns, some people, places, things. Let's get some things in the chat so we know what dating these people is like. All right, we got some things coming in here. All right. So up first, we have a laundromat. Charlotte, how is dating you like a laundromat?
Dating me is like a laundromat. I got a lot of dirty laundry I'm ready to air out.
Is it mostly about your cat?
Mostly about my cat. I don't know. Why don't we ask Lon? He gets the brunt of it. Bring him out.
Bring him out. All right, Italy. Hey, Eugene, how is dating you like Italy?
Dating me is like Italy. You get a lot of hand gestures, mostly rude ones.
And Eugene is probably our most well-traveled person, so he would know.
It's
all right.
Are rude.
Cass, tell me, how is dating you like a cardboard box?
Dating me is like a cardboard box because I'm reusable.
Care to elaborate?
So modern.
And filled with styrofoam.
With styrofoam. Hey, Charlotte, how is dating you like the Great Wall of China?
My volatility just goes on forever. You can see it from space.
Eugene, how is dating you like a piñata?
Dating me is like a piñata. The first few sips are great, and then you can't wait to get through the rest of it.
And Kaz, last but not least, how is dating you like fart cat?
Fart cat?
Yeah, like Charlotte's fart cat.
Oh, dating me is like fart cat because dating me is like fart cat because I don't bathe. You can't bathe me. And I'm locked away in a house all the time.
Do you bite?
Do I bite?
Mm-hmm.
No. Well,
we'll see. All right, that was dating me is like. Give a round of applause to our improvisers tonight, Charlotte, Eugene, and Kaz. Thank you for being good sports and playing that game with us. Now, up next, we have our first character piece of the night. And this was written by and will be performed by a new member of the team, Roxy Pell. Everyone give a round of applause for Roxy. Roxy. She's coming. I'm really excited to see this one. All right, Roxy, take it away.
Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on this Instagram live to talk about some of the content that I posted yesterday in light of the national emergency that has transpired since that time. I see a few more of you are rolling in. So while we're waiting, I just wanted to thank you guys for supporting me on my journey towards becoming a major voice on this platform of sustainable Amazon shopping and organic furniture. In order to spread awareness for my message of anti-bath wellness and lifestyle issues, I've taken on some really awesome brand deals lately to boost traffic to my page, but a few of these didn't perform super well yesterday, which led to my name trending on Twitter, along with the hashtag cancel Rachel Harrison. Some news outlets are suggesting that the timing of my sponsored posts was insensitive to the unspeakable loss that our nation suffered. But like, I didn't know, okay? I just went to brunch for a few hours and all of a sudden, everyone hates me. Well, I'm supposed to know what's going on in the world all the time. I'm busy. So here's some context to explain my unfortunate and persistent online presence while the rest of the nation collectively grieved. Yesterday morning, I shared some unapologetically brave and really vulnerable pictures of my unedited butt with the caption, "Smoother than a baby's bottom," #ad. They were sponsored by Sunbum Tanning Lotion. At that time, I was unaware that a school bus full of actual babies on their way to daycare had crashed into the side of a building, leaving no survivors. My heart goes out to the students of PS 185 and the residents of Bend, Oregon for their loss. I would also like to add that Sunbum Tanning Lotion extends its sincerest condolences to the families of the children lost, and that they're offering a 10% discount on their Brazilian butt cream with the exclusive code Baby's Bottom RIP. That's in all caps, and you can get it at the link in my bio. That afternoon, I shared a video reel sponsored by Maybelline in which I explained 5 reasons why animal testing on rabbits might actually be a good thing. When I posted that, I was additionally unaware that the school bus had crashed into a veterinary building. My sincerest condolences go out to the Bartholomew G. Marshall Memorial Hospital for my callous and unintentional timing. Maybelline Cosmetics also sends its apologies to the 27 rabbits lost and is offering a limited time discount on its Sexy Bunny blush palettes to any humans or rabbits who use the code RIP Sexy Bunnies. It's a super great offer. I use their blush palettes on me and my rabbit all the time, so that should be really useful. Finally, I posted a really dope full body selfie of myself standing in a forest wearing this red Fashion Nova dress. The caption was just the word fuego with like 12 flame emojis. At that time, I was further uninformed that the embers from the bus crash had drifted over to the neighboring Tillman State Forest, thus igniting a forest fire that is currently ongoing at 200,000 acres. My heart goes out to the families and the 97 people who have died as a result of the Tillman blaze. On behalf of Fashion Nova, I also take full accountability for my insensitivity to the damage that was done to the building facades of TD Bank, CVS, and Quiznos. I also want to provide you guys with a great code for anybody who's interested in the dress that I was wearing in that photo. So it's just Damn She Fire, RIP, all caps. You can get that in the link in my bio also. So I hope that explanation provides some context for you guys. I've been getting attacked by a lot of trolls online who are saying that not reading the news isn't an excuse for not knowing what was going on, and that I was literally on my phone all day while the news was happening. But honestly, I just don't need that negativity on my feed. And I think after all of this, I just really need to take some time to focus on self-care. After a tough day like today, I can't wait to unwind with Dunkin' Donuts' new pumpkin spice flavored hard seltzer. So yummy. If you want to spice up your seltzer, just use the code RIP Dead Baby Bunny Massacre Forest Fire. Wait, really? That can't be it. Nope, that's it. For a 20% discount. Love you all. And remember that only you can stop forest fires with Fashion Nova's new flame retardant dress. Bye.
All right, give a round of applause to Roxy. What was that last code again? I want to use that one.
Dead Baby Bunny Massacre Forest Fire.
I love it. I love this piece. I'm pretty sure I follow at least one of these types of people. So Roxy is new to the Laugh Index Theater, everybody, and we are so happy to have her. We want to get to know her a little better. So first of all, tell me a little bit about what inspired you to write this influencer piece.
I just spend so much time on Instagram, so I feel like I see this a lot that it almost seems normal now. So kind of just used to this kind of cycle of news and people ignoring the news and then advertising based off of it.
And then getting in trouble for ignoring the news.
Yeah,
it's a whole
and
thing.
then apologizing.
Now you did mention something to me the other day that I would love to hear more about. A time where maybe you had an unfortunate accident. You know, we heard about the influencer's unfortunate accident, but tell me about something that happened to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, so I got my start in showbiz, so to speak, via the church choir game back when I was in middle and high school. Not religious personally, but my parents are WASPs, so that was a natural thing to do. And so while I was doing that, some of the kids in the church choir that I was in, we all went to this choir camp together. It was in New York City at like the St. Thomas Church around Fifth Avenue. And it was like a 4-day camp. We were by far the worst ones there. There were a bunch of other like teen choirs that were all way better. And I got seated during rehearsals next to the choir director. So I always received like the brunt of her criticism because I was like, she could hear me the loudest. So I was very stressed out the whole time. And I also was like, this was the first time I was living in the dorms with other people my age. And like, I was just very socially self-conscious. So I was just determined to like hold in my poop the entire time I was there. I was like, it just wasn't coming out. So it was like 4 days, I can make it. It's gonna happen.
4. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
4 days, which, sometimes that's normal, but when it's unnatural, it's unnatural. So at one point during the camp, we all went for like a walk as a group, and I was growing like progressively more ill over the course of these 4 days. And inevitably on this walk, my body like decided to start releasing what it was meant to release. I felt like the wetness of the poo just starting to trickle out of my hole. And
what good imagery you're giving us.
Yeah. It wasn't a full one, but I knew, when who among us, but
we've all been there at least once, right?
Right. But I had to make it through the walk, so I just like tied my sweater around my waist and carried on. And then I got back and I was like, I just sucked it back in, made it through the rest of camp. And didn't
Girl, you gotta go to a Starbucks. Get that.
And the story continues because there were more days of camp while I was just sort of, my body was retaining all of the like toxic fluids. I got my first zit that I'd ever gotten. So it was this like huge zit and I didn't know what to do with it. And I was so like embarrassed in front of all the other campers that I decided that the way to deal with it was just to wear my hair over my face like this. So for like a full 3 days, and then at like the church service at the end, I literally sang the whole thing looking like a like scene kid from like a Fall Out Boy music video. So my parents thought it was a phase, but it was just being a teenager.
In some ways it was a phase. It was a phase of the time you decided not to poop for 4 days.
Yeah.
And did you learn your lesson?
No comment.
All right, give it up for Roxy. We can't wait to see what Roxy has in store for us this season. I'm really excited to have her on the team and here with Lit. And by the way, I was just informed, if you're using the chat feature, you will want to change it to message everyone and not just hosts and panelists, because I've been saying stuff this whole time and no one could see it. So yeah, make sure you are chatting to everyone. All right. So that was Roxy. We have another story coming up for you next here. Please welcome to the stage, Eugene Chow. Eugene, there he is. All right, Eugene, take it away. I can't wait to hear this story.
So Jacques Lecoq, he's a French movement artist. He once said, there are three masks. No, wait, he once said, there are three masks. One which you think you are, the one that you really are, and the one that we all have in common. He was French. And fun fact, he used to be students along with, what was his name now? Etienne Descleux, who would give birth to corporal mime as we know it today, who would teach Marcel Marceau, who was a more famous mime figure, right? And this story is about how I got into movement and everything. So as a kid, I didn't really like talking much. I used to just run around a lot, play games, play soccer, play basketball, play football, anything that had a ball in it, I was there. I just wanted to have a ball. And so I used to run around a lot, and the times that I would calm down and sit around are the times that I really wanted to watch people watch, especially the teachers. There were the adults in my life at the time. You know, we were playing the social game, and like, who would lie without looking at us? Who would be like, "Oh yeah, just own up. No one's gonna get punished. You know, no one. Just tell us, who is it that put glue on my seat? Or who is the teacher that would lie looking at us straight in the eye, being like, yeah, you're gonna have recess." You know, or the adults that would lie and we wouldn't be able to catch them lying. We wouldn't know. Those were the ones that fascinated me. And fast forward about 20 years, it was after a rowdy night of improv and drinks, and I found myself in the Tank. It's a fun indie theater on 8th and 36, for those who know it. I found myself watching a show by Lecoq alumni, and I found myself amazed. I was like, oh, I'm laughing, I'm crying, and I don't know why. And so I turned to my newfound friends who were 4 Brazilian clowns, so I tried out my Portuguese. And what came out was like, what the fuck is that? And they turned to me and they said, oh, it was Lecoq. You don't know him? It's like, yeah, give me some more of that. And fast forward, I'm doing a lot of fast forwarding. A few months later, I had quit my job. I had lost my girlfriend at the time. I moved cities, you know, generally having an existential crisis. I found myself in the middle of Paris at 57 Rue de Faubourg Saint-Denis with 70 other international people, and we're all trying to mime throwing a stone, and we're being yelled at in French, which I couldn't really understand. First off, in the brochure, they said it's an international school and all you needed was beginner French. And they spoke English on the first week, on the first day in the introductory speech. And afterwards, they were like, démerdez-vous, which was French for just do whatever you need to do to figure it out. And so we were standing there, and I was just copying people around me. Well, the teacher was saying something about angels, les anges, the angels. I was like, what is that going to do with moving my foot? Was it my right foot? Was it my left foot? And people around me were on their right, some were on their right, some were on their left. And the teacher comes up and he just talks like, Eugène. It's like English, in his broken English. If you understand what I say, you will not be moving your hips. Les anges, hips. All around me, the French people were laughing, and the French speakers were laughing, and the non-French speakers were looking sheepish. And Eric, the teacher, was like, and you also, don't move your hips. And he walked off. He didn't really speak English, right? Sometimes he tries, which was effort for him. Are you bowling a ball? Oh, look at him. He's the champion of the stone throwing championships, Olympics. Is there a stone, Eugene? Pick up the stone. Pick up the goddamn stone. Stop caressing the stone, Eugene. And so the past year was nice because we spent most of the pandemic trying to keep the space open. And it was a time where we were really frustrated with the lockdowns, with work, with diminishing social life. And we were still, hustling. We were sending letters to keep the space open. The social distance, we have 60 meters square foot, and there are like, however many of us were left, it was like 50 plus. So 1 meter square foot between us. And so that kind of kept the space open. And one Friday, I remember we were just really tired. We all crowded together in the long side, in the big hall. And the teacher was like, today, let's take a trip. And so we packed our bags. We picked up the ropes, we untied it, pulled out our own sailboats, and then jumped on it and motorboated it out of the harbor. And when we were out, we drew up the sails. And then when we had reached a nice place, we picked up the anchor and dropped it. It was a really light anchor, so we could pick it up ourselves. And then we threw the nets, fishing nets. Don't throw it like a piece of paper, Eugene. Bigger. And then we mimed taking off our shirts and then hopping into the ocean. And with 50 of us, or however many it was of us, all thinking we were fishes and dreaming we were in the cool Hawaiian waters, that Friday we really all did take a nice little vacation in the middle of Paris.
That was a beautiful story, Eugene. I love a heartwarming ending where everyone feels like they're floating in the sea on a vacation. Maybe I'll sign up for some movement and miming classes. You've inspired me for sure. All right. So that was Eugene. Again, give it up for Eugene. And next up, we have a little video for you. So we have a handful, we did this virtual thing last season. You saw as you waited for the show to begin some sketches that we made last season. And we have a handful of those people coming back this season. Some of your favorites, you know them, you love them. Two of those people are Joe and Nick. And now in finding something to showcase the comedic abilities of Joe and Nick, I stumbled across a video that we made last season called Blind Date with an Emo Kid. And this is perfect because first of all, I think Joe identifies with this character quite deeply, but also it shows Nick's incredible ability to just play the voice of reason. So this is a really fun sketch. And I mean, I did write it, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. But this is a sketch from last season called Blind Date with an Emo Kid.
Hi, you must be Adam.
Yeah.
It's so great to finally meet you. I've never been on a blind date before, but Lauren seems to think we're really gonna hit it off. So, have you been on a lot of blind dates?
Yeah, I took this girl out last week. It was a Friday night. I wore cologne to get the feeling right. We started making out, then she took off my pants, and then I turned on the TV.
That sounds familiar.
And that's about the time she walked away from me. Nobody likes you.
Okay, Adam! Adam! Please stop singing. People are staring.
Let them stare.
What was that all about?
I'm emo.
What?
I'm emo.
Like that phase we all went through in 2002 when we shopped at Hot Topic?
It's not a phase, it's a lifestyle.
So you're still living like a hormone-fueled music is my heartbeat 13-year-old and calling it a lifestyle?
Yeah, it's a way of life. It's who I am. Life is full of darkness and I reflect that.
But isn't Blink 182 more pop punk than emo?
What? Am I more than you bargained for?
No, actually, I think this is really interesting.
I've been dying to tell you everything you want to hear. Because that's just who I am this week.
Oh, this is Fallout Boy now.
Drop a heart, break a name.
Please don't sing again.
We're going down, down in an early round. And sugar, we're going down swinging.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded gun complex.
Stop!
Pull it.
Overall, I am not into this whole spectacle, but that line never made any sense. So actually, I would like to use this opportunity to have someone explain it to me.
You wouldn't understand.
Well, give it a shot. Plus, this is a good way to bond over a mutual interest, right?
No one understands. I'm just a bundle of feelings, floating through space, reaching out through the only way I know how, through music. Music that combats that by being open and vulnerable with my feelings, because that's what makes existence worthwhile. But everyone thinks I'm just looking for attention. They don't get it.
I'm trying really hard here to understand you and be open, but you're making it really hard, so I don't think this is gonna work out.
This is the best date I can ever remember.
Really?
I'll always remember the sound of the stereo, the dim of the soft lights.
Wait.
The scent of your hair that you twirled in your finger.
Damn it, Adam, is this another performance?
And the time on the clock when we realize it's so light, and this walk that we shared together.
I am leaving.
Away, and the gate was locked, so I jumped it, and I let you in, and you stood at the door.
Goodbye.
Hands out my waist, and you kissed me like you meant it. But I know that you meant it.
Hi there. You guys ready to order? Sir? Are you okay?
All right, give it up for Joe and Nick, giving the performance of a lifetime as Emo Kid and Emo Kid's date. Thank you, guys. All right, so that was Blind Date with an Emo Kid. Again, that was from last season, but give you a little taste of what you can expect from your performers, specifically, Joe and Nick. We were both wonderful. I love them both dearly. And now it is time to play Secrets. You know it, you love it. And today, or now this time, playing is Charlotte, Roxy, Kaz, and Eugene. Come on down. We got some more juicy secrets to share. Hey. Hope you're ready. Woo. Everybody's going to know your secrets. Charlotte, Roxy, Kaz, and Eugene. That's everybody. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. The first secret. Who on your screen right now wants modeled in a baby catalog? It's get that poll up. There we go. Who on here looks like they could have been a baby model? Little tiny model baby.
I think it's Kaz.
You think Kaz?
I think Kaz.
I bet if Kaz shaved his beard, he'd look like a big baby.
I think it's Roxy.
I think it's Eugene, and he's trying to throw off the scent.
Oh, that's a good point. All right. Let's see these results. No one thinks it's Eugene. Eugene, you don't have model baby energy.
Eugene looks like an adult.
I think it's because I think it's because Eugene seems very well adjusted. And model babies would
The
not
rest
be.
of us.
The rest of you are who could know. So let's see. We have Kaz at 25%. Kaz, did you model as a baby?
I don't remember doing it, so
So maybe, but probably not your secret, right?
I don't. No.
All right. Now the other two are tied. Charlotte and Roxy, you're giving off big baby model energy. Kaz, who do you think it's, Charlotte or Roxy?
I bet it's Roxy. I bet that's her secret. Yeah.
Why? Why do you think it's Roxy?
Because she right now is, I don't know. I'm looking at her and she looks like she's trying not to make a face. So it feels like that's the giveaway.
All right. Roxy, were you a baby model?
I modeled in one baby catalog.
One baby. What was the catalog for?
I don't remember, but yeah, babies are a theme for me today.
I feel like you need to find that and share it with the class.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm pretty
point.
sure my parents have it framed. So,
oh, I'm sure.
Did they include vomit? Was baby vomit included?
Was there baby vomit?
Hopefully not in the
Baby
photo
vomit?
shoot.
No, I didn't have a ball. I was like on like some sort of mat with a ball, being like baby ball. So.
All right.
An active model.
All right, let's see our second secret. One of these people has been punched by Ben Affleck. Who on the screen right now has been punched by Ben Affleck, who, by the way, has played Batman before? Someone got punched by Batman. I'm seeing the results coming in live. It is overwhelming. One of you just really gives off vibes like Ben Affleck would want to punch you. All right. So overwhelmingly, Kaz, you were voted most likely to be punched by Ben Affleck. I don't know what that says about you as a person, but have you ever, or will you ever, be punched by Ben Affleck?
Well, he threw a punch at me. So I guess, yes.
Context?
The context. I was an extra for the movie The Accountant. And if you've seen it, there's a scene where he's in a funeral parlor and he beats the crap out of a bunch of ushers. And they had me be one of the ushers. I mean, this is right when he's coming off of Justice League, so he's ripped. And he also is getting into character, so he's not talking to any of us. So pretty much it's just like he walks in, we walk up, and then he just starts throwing punches. And they're like, cut! But it's like, bloop, like real close. He gets real close. But they did not use, they did it with me and this other guy, and they used the cut where the other guy gets punched and not me. But Catherine, I sent you a receipt that I was in fact an extra for The Accountant, so I am not lying about this.
Verified,
you can see the back
he
of
was.
my head.
Yep. That's crazy. My truth is going to be that you were just at a bar and Ben Affleck just punched you. Just one. Didn't beat you up. Just punched you one good time.
That's fine.
That's what I'm going to choose to believe.
Because a J-Lo song came on and I made fun of it. That's what it was.
Right.
That could
He's
still
got to
happen to
temper
you,
that
but-
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let your dreams be dreams, Kaz. Set out to be punched for real by Ben Affleck.
I'm going to make that my goal now for the rest of my life.
You
Ben
mess up
Affleck,
and
if
go
you're
to-
watching this.
All right, our third secret is that one of these people has run a 10K. Who on this screen do you think has run a 10K? I suppose it's possible multiple people have run a 10K, but one of these people keeps it a secret. Who is it? Who seems like a runner? Who seems crazy? Who seems like they want to run a really long way for fun? Like Roxy's prayer stance as she waits for her results.
I'm trying to do Shark Tank.
All right, Nathan, let's see these results. Overwhelmingly, people think Charlotte is the runner. Charlotte, do you like to run?
I do. When I'm not fucking up my foot, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do injure your foot a lot.
Yeah.
Have you run a 10K?
I don't have the attention span really. I might have at some point, but this is not my secret, so I do not want to claim. Also, I'd be killing everybody. Let's be real.
Right. Roxy and Kaz, no one thought it was you. You don't seem like 10K type people.
I was trying not to make a face when
right.
10K was the secret, so it's accurate.
Yeah, it truly sounds awful. Eugene, have you ever run a 10K?
On a down low, because if people knew, they would invite me to triathlons.
They'd have you in every fun run. They'd have you at charity events. You'd be running all the time.
It's true.
Nobody wants that. Do you still run? Are you a runner? Or was this just like a one-off, I want to do a 10K and now you're done?
Actually, back in the day when I was really fit, so I did speed run through it. The attention span is not a thing if you just fucking go, right? Now I'm slow.
Nice. All right. We have another secret to tell you. One of these people hated learning Latin so much that they taught themselves to write with their left hand in class instead of just fucking learning Latin. Who taught themselves to be ambidextrous solely so they wouldn't have to pay attention in Latin class?
Is it almost too easy to choose Charlotte because she's the one who hasn't had a secret yet?
It's true.
Could be
You didn't have
Catherine.
to. It could be me. It could be. I never said that I wouldn't do somebody twice.
Could be Nathan.
It could be Riley.
I wish.
Riley my dog will not be appearing on screen tonight, probably. All right. So Roxy, Eugene, you both seem like maybe you would hate Latin. Eugene, have you ever taken a Latin class?
No.
No?
I wish I did though. It's and I want to learn dead things, necromancy.
You do speak a couple languages, right? You speak French and Italian?
French, a little bit of Spanish. Yeah.
But not Latin.
So I do like it. Actually, I don't hate it.
Roxy, have you ever taken a Latin class?
No, but I used to sing in Latin in the church choir that made me shit my pants. So
Interesting. Charlotte, have you ever taken a Latin class?
Yes, this is me. We were required in my middle school and it was so miserable and so boring. And I think I learned about Mount Vesuvius like every day. So I decided to get something valuable out of the class and taught myself how to write my left hand.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you everyone for telling me your secrets. Charlotte, stick around. I want to get to know you a little better. Woo! Charlotte is new to the Laugh Index Theater this year. So we're going to do a little interview. Charlotte, tell me your life story.
Amazing. Let's get started.
No, let's see. Tell me about you injure yourself a lot. Tell me about one time that you have injured yourself.
Oh God, I mean, there's so many. I was affectionately called accident prone by my entire family growing up. I think my best one or most memorable would be when I was, you know how some friends would have like a trampoline in their backyard? We were not allowed to have a trampoline in our backyard, obviously because of me. And then we went over to one of our friends' houses, and it was with my brother and his friends, and they pushed me off the trampoline, and I landed right on my arm and ended up breaking it. But because my mom didn't want to wait in the emergency room, I had to like sleep on it for like, went out to dinner. Yeah, like whole night. And I couldn't lift it. So I was just like walking around with this like dead arm, like in pain and can't lift it. And then went the next morning, they're like, yes, this was clean, broken through. And it was my humerus bone. And so can you guess what everybody made a joke saying? Like,
how you weren't funny anymore.
Guess it wasn't very humorous. That was
interesting. Yeah. I wasn't always accident prone. In my adult life, I've become accident prone. I fall downstairs frequently.
Really?
So,
you think by now you like have mastered the stairs, like you had your warm up many years.
You'd think I would have it under control, but I don't. I sprain my ankle at least once a year. Usually on stairs.
It's tough out there. Especially you're not used to the New York winters yet, maybe, or something. Just
no, that always happens when I'm home.
Oh, okay.
I'm just an idiot. So thank you, Charlotte. Great to get to know you. We're really excited to see what you bring to the team this year.
So excited. Thank you.
Happy to have you. All right. So up next, we have a piece. This is unlike any of the pieces you have seen yet so far because it's a song parody. You haven't heard a song yet. And this is going to come from our very own trained singer, Julie McNamara. Please welcome Julie McNamara. All right, Julie, take it away.
Hey, everyone. So I wrote this for a little context. Anyone who lived in New York during the pandemic, we all remember that time when everyone got bored and just was shooting fireworks off all day long. This is in honor of those wonderful nights. Do you ever wish it could just be quiet while all day long the stupid anti-maskers riot? Do you ever lie wide awake in bed, wanting so to sleep but they really hurt your head? Do you ever wish that you could calm your pet while they howl louder than you've ever heard it yet? Do you know that it's getting dark again, wanting to sleep but don't know when? Yes, I know that it's summer in this hot city, but all this chaos isn't pretty. There are too many fireworks, the people shooting them are jerks. Yes, I know we are so bored, but this noise is just too much. There are too many fireworks. I know we all are out of work. Yes, I know you are so bored, but I'm gonna lose my mind. With this COVID, we all are very stressed. The world is a hot, hopeless health mess. And all day we are on social media. Scrolling, you're not distancing, I see ya. And we wish that our minds could just shut down while we're stuck in boring, dead, empty towns. And we know that it's getting dark again, wanting to sleep but don't know when. Yes, I know that it's summer in this hot city, but all this chaos isn't pretty. There are too many fireworks. The people shooting them are jerks. Yes, I know we are so bored, but this noise is just too much. There are too many fireworks. Yes, I know we all are out of work. Yes, I know we are so bored, but I'm gonna lose my mind. Boom, boom, boom. They're so loud in my bedroom, room. Is humankind just doomed? Maybe we're all just doomed. Fireworks, the people shooting them are jerks. Yes, I know we all are bored, but this noise is just too much. There are too many fireworks. I know you all are out of work. Yes, I know we are so bored, but I'm gonna lose my mind. Boom, boom, boom. They're so loud in my bedroom, room. Is humankind just doomed? I think we all are doomed.
All right, round of applause for Julie. Thank you, Julie. Very, very relatable song. We all heard the fireworks. They sucked. We hated the people doing it. All right. Up next, we have another little game for you. This one's called Don't Get Me Started. And what it's going to be is you are going to post a topic in the chat, and our players are going to improvise a little 1-minute rant about it. So go ahead and get your suggestions in the chat for something they can go on a rant about, a topic, preferably something funny, maybe pineapples or fireworks or rain jackets, something like that. Keep it lighthearted, keep it fun. And we're going to bring up Tyler, Caroline, and Roxy. Get those suggestions in the chat. All right, we're going to play Don't Get Me Started. All right. Tyler, you have 1 minute to tell us everything wrong with backpacks.
I mean, it's demeaning if you go into it from the beginning and you give children turtle shells, but you sell it to them with like Spider-Man lunchboxes and Barbies and like Paw Patrol and that. But yeah, the level of stuff you're having teenagers carry, those textbooks, they were like unforgiving. And then we're all hunched over like turtles and then take them off when we get into the class. And the teacher had the audacity to ask me, why do you slouch so much? I had a slouching problem. And I think you'll know exactly where it came from. It's about a minute, right?
Yeah, that's a minute for sure. Backpacks. Don't get him started on backpacks. Let's get some more suggestions in there. Roxy, how about elevators? What's wrong with elevators?
Don't get me started on elevators. They are a death trap. If you get in an elevator, you are choosing to die. It is a choice to end your life. It's only a matter of time before that elevator either falls to the ground or gets stuck between floors and you have to crawl your way out of the elevator to try to get onto the floor that's like sort of above it. And then as soon as you like are halfway out, then the elevator decides to start going again. It snaps your body in half. That will happen to you if you get in an elevator. And what's worse is that while you die, you will have been making awkward small talk with the other people in the elevator. That will be your final memory of your life. Why would you ever choose to do that? Also, why are Americans so lazy? Take the stairs. My God, what is it, 3 floors and you're dying over this? You can't even walk down the stairs? Down the stairs. And we're all just gonna die while we're talking about literally the numbers that are going up and down. I'm like, I get in the elevator, I see someone that I don't even want to talk to, and I'm like, wow, 2, that's a number, that's a floor. And they're like, yeah.
Wow, that was a full minute rant. I actually watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy the other day where that happened. The guy got halfway out of the elevator, it moved, his legs went off.
Happens on that show all the time.
Always with the elevators. All right, Caroline, fire escapes. What's the problem with fire escapes?
Do I have to complain about fire escapes? I think they're really handy in case of a fire. I think they should be installed in all buildings. I will say that my mom, one thing I'll complain about is whenever we're in a hotel, my mom always makes sure we know where like the fire exit and the fire escape is. So that's a little bit annoying when you're like tired and you just want to lie down for a minute and your mom's like, no, we're going to take a walk and we're going to find out how to get the fuck out of here if and when the building goes up in flames. My mom's really big on fire safety because I almost burned down our house once by not putting out a cigarette correctly. So her words, not mine. I don't think I actually almost burned down the house. Fire escapes. We need them. We love them. My mom knows where they are.
All right, very good. So sort of a different take on Don't Get Me Started, which is don't get me started because I have so much good to say about these things. I'll be talking for days about fire escapes.
Yeah.
All right, give a round of applause to our performers. Thank you, everybody, for your rants tonight. Our next performer is someone whose mom I had the pleasure of meeting recently. We know her, we love her. I know she's in the audience tonight. She's always super supportive. So let's give a round of applause for her son, Nick Phillips, here to tell us a story. Nick, come on down.
So, when I was a teenager in the mid-aughts, I was very active on the social networking website MySpace. Now, it was part of the culture of MySpace to have people as friends who you didn't actually know in real life. For example, we were all friends with Tom and Tila Tequila. I was also friends with a local man who only went by the display name Captain. His profile picture was an extreme close-up of the top half of his head. He was a bald, overweight white man wearing glasses. And I just had seen him listed as a friend on a lot of my other friends' profiles. So I felt like he was my friend too, you know? So I added him. It was also part of the culture of MySpace to have a few inspirational quotes on your profile. Now, I took this a step further because I also would follow my friends around in school and write down all the things they would say. So I had a lot of quotes on my profile. And it got pretty excessive, so I decided to clean things up a little. MySpace also had a blog feature. So I took the quotes from my profile and moved them over into their own dedicated blog post, which I called My Personal Quotes. And one day, Captain left a comment on this post. He wrote, "A personal quote is one you made up yourself. I swear, you're worse than a con artist." Now, unlike most con artists, I have the capacity for self-reflection. So I thought about it and realized, you know what? He has a point. So I changed the title of the post. Now it's just quotes. It was also part of the culture of MySpace to take a lot of online personality quizzes and put the results on your profile. I did a lot of this, and my profile became very long with all the results of these quizzes. So again, I decided to clean things up a little. And I created a blog post. This one just for the quiz results that had to do with philosophical beliefs. And I called this blog post My Beliefs. And one day, Captain left a comment on this post. He wrote, "I have a belief and a dream. My belief, you suck. My dream, you never again breathe clean air." Well, fortunately, my beliefs included not caring what people think of me, so I was able to breathe freely. But I got to thinking maybe this guy didn't like me very much. So I was wondering why? What was the cause of all this hatred? So I wrote a comment on his profile asking, "Hey, why do you hate me so much?" And he wrote back. He wrote a comment on my profile. It said, "Your MySpace should just read 'I'm a douche' over and over again, just 9,000 times, because you are. Never again comment on my cat being evil, because I will throw feces at you during your graduation." Now, that didn't seem like a very nice thing to do, but fortunately, my graduation was over a year away, so I wasn't worried about that. But what he was saying, although it was the rantings of a lunatic, it sounded kind of familiar. So I scrolled down a little further, and actually a few months earlier, he had left me another comment. This comment said, "You have no idea who I am. However, you have angered me with the comment, 'Wow, that cat is possessed.' In doing so, you have not only offended me, you have also called upon the god Odin to come down and sodomize your anus. Coco is not possessed. She is filled with love." And that's when I remembered why he hates me so much. I did leave a comment about his cat. He had a picture of a cat on his profile. And you know how cats in photos, you can see the light reflecting off their eyes and they look kind of evil? Well, I just innocently pointed out this fact and he took it the wrong way and never forgave me for it. So I guess through all of this, I've learned three things. When you're on social media, you should be careful of what you post and who you're talking to. Also, if you have a cat, try to make sure it's not evil. And when you graduate, try to avoid anyone you see who has feces in their hands.
Give it up for Nick, everybody. Definitely avoid people throwing feces at you. For sure, that is a red flag. Great story. I'm sorry that you endured that online bullying. Now keep this applause going. Nick was great. Our next performer is great too. Kaz has a character piece for us. Come on up, Kaz. His full name, little known fact, is Michael Kazmierzak. I think I even said it right, but we call him Kaz because, you know, it's a little easier. That's what he introduced himself to me as. That's what I've always known him as. All right, here we go.
Sorry, you startled me. You're early. No matter, see. I've received and reviewed your resume. They got jobs, petty larceny. This just says I did what I had to do. Frankly, I'm impressed. You have the necessary chutzpah to be my minion. Just allow me to ask a few follow-up questions. What is your greatest strength? No, I mean, how much can you lift? Wow, great. And great. Yes. And are you squeamish? No? Perfect. How's your health? Did you get vaccinated? Excellent. You know, you don't have to wear the mask around here. I'm undead. My body is in stasis. I cannot be infected. In fact, I can't change at all. You know, once you become a vampire, everything just stops. That's why we have child vampires. But, you know, it's not just age. My friend, Vladislav, the baby eater, he had gum disease. So that's why he eats babies. They're soft. But, you know, let's, is there anything else about you that I should know? No, I mean like alopecia, sleep apnea, carpal tunnel. You know, my crypt mate, Istvan, he was afraid of heights. So when he turns into a bat, he gets a panic attack. It's like guano everywhere. Hey, don't laugh. I'm serious. We're not shitty vampires. The system is rigged. You're selling your soul to the devil. It's a Faustian bargain. For example, this is not a Transylvanian accent. I am from Baltimore, but the vampire who bit me was very musty, and I started to sneeze, but I turned, and I've had the sneeze stuck in my nose for over 200 years. It feels like a flea is karate chopping my uvula. Anyway, this is going great. You know what? I'd like to extend a contingent offer of employment. But I should probably first mention that sorry. Yes, I should probably first mention that, you know, being a minion, that means that, you know, there's no pay, there's no salary. You're basically doing this with the eventual reward of eternal life. Sound good? Great. Then just need you to sign here, initial here, and just give me about 2 weeks for a background check. Of course, there's a background check. I mean, you could be an undercover priest or an aging industrialist grasping for immortality. It's happened before. Oh, you need some time to think it over. Okay, fine. How about we break for supper and we meet back in about an hour? Great. All right. Oh, you brought your own lunch. That's cool. With the oh, is that onion rings? No. No, it's not deadly. That's garlic. I'm just allergic. Hey, I sneezed. I can't believe it. What do you mean I sound like a stable boy? I told you, I'm Bolmorian. This is how we speak. Look, I'm not Transylvanian just because I'm a vampire. Vampire. Okay, I hear it now.
All right, give it up for Kaz, king of the accents, costumes. He went all out. He always does. That's what we love about Kaz. He fully commits to everything he does. That was fabulous. All right, we got one last game for you, and then we got one last character piece for you, and we'll let you go. This last game is going to have Nick, Julie, and Joe come to the stage. And this is called Good, Bad, Terrible Advice. So in the chat right now, get us some options. Get us some things that you might need advice about. And they're going to give you some good advice, some bad advice, and some terrible advice. So yeah, get some stuff in the chat there. We got Julie. We got Nick. We need Joe. Nope, we got Julie and Joe. We need Nick. Let's get some stuff here in the chat. All right. Some advice. What do you need advice about, guys? Take this opportunity to air your problems. Find out what to do about them. We're all experts here. All right. Up first with some good advice. Julie, what should Tyler have for dinner?
You should have some nice meatloaf and mashed potatoes with green beans.
Now, questionable if that's good advice. I'm not a big meatloaf person myself, but I'm just teasing. All right. Let's see. Joe, what's some bad advice? What should Tyler have for dinner?
I would say you should have a cobra with a gun.
For dinner? Wow, that is certainly questionable. And Nick, what is some terrible advice about what Tyler should have for dinner?
Yeah, just go to the sewer and eat some shit, because that's what the food is eventually going to become anyway.
Oh man, Nick, that was a good one. All right, let's do one more. Let's have Joe lead it off. Good advice on what to do about fruit flies in your kitchen.
So you're going to want to collect all of your fruits and vegetables that are on the counter. You either want to put them in the fridge or maybe throw them out and go to the store and get some new ones.
That's solid advice. Fruit flies, very pesky. Julie, what's some bad advice for what to do about fruit flies?
If you just collect a bunch of them, eventually you'll just get immune to them and they won't bother you anymore.
Oh yeah, get used to them. It's interesting. Nick, what's some terrible advice? What to do about fruit flies?
You know what? I think fruit flies can be your friends. So just talk to them, find out, what makes them tick. And I think you'll realize that you actually, appreciate their company.
For sure, yeah. You find out some mutual interests with the fruit flies. All right, give a round of a hand for our improvisers, Julie, Joe, and Nick. And up next, we have one last piece for you. It's a character piece. It's great. I'm really excited to see it play out. And it's going to be given to you by Caroline Hibbert, who I called a different name earlier, but I got it right this time. Caroline Hibbert, come on down.
Bonjour, salut, bienvenue à my channel. S'il vous plaît, hit like and subscribe so I can give you more beauty tips and a sense of a certain je ne sais quoi. This tutorial today is for my American audience. A lot of people say French women do not wear much makeup, and I say that's very true because we wake up and we are very beautiful already. If this is not the case for you, then we'll get started. The first thing that I want you to do is take a bowl of ice water. Oui, comme ça. Big bowl of ice water. And we're going to put our face in it for about an hour. And I want you to breathe as little as possible, because coming up for air, it ruins the circulation in your face. It does not work. Okay, it's also very important. You cannot just use any water. You must use the water from the Aquitaine region of France. And if they do not ship, it is very sensitive. It's very sensitive water. So what you have to do, you have to go there and you have to collect it yourself. And it's easy. It's very simple. In France, I have 40 weeks paid vacation per year. So I have plenty of time, right? If you do not have this, then you must strike immediately at your job, because that is very inhumane. We do not do that. It is not good for the beauty. All right, after we soak our face, we move on a little bit to the skin. So we'll start with mascara, oui, comme ça, just a little bit, right? Because we cannot look like we're trying too hard. Oui, it's very, very American, it's not good. Okay, and then we're going to do eyebrows, un petit peu, okay. So you want to make it look like you are in the wind. Your eyebrows are in the wind in the beach in Aquitaine. We are getting the water. C'est bon. They're wild, they're natural, c'est beautiful. Okay, and we'll move on to
You're going to move on to moisturizer. Just get a lot on your face. Pats, little pats everywhere. Very little pads until it feels like your fingers are going to fall off. They are going to fall off. Very little pats. So that is how we get the good skin. Okay, last but not least, we do have the lipstick. It must be rouge. Okay, you cannot apply it straight to your lips. It must be with your finger, unless they have fallen off from the patting. If they are still attached to your hand, you should be applying with the fingers. It's very good. Okay, and finally, we're going to finish the look with, it must be a white shirt. It can have the bouton comme ça, or it can be like a white t-shirt. That is fine too, but it must be white. If it is not white, if it is a different color, we will know that you are a tourist and you will be beheaded in the streets. C'est bon. Merci à tu. I will be back next week with another video after I finish my vacation on Aquitaine, getting more water. À prochaine semaine. Bonsoir.
I love that. All of our fingers have fallen off from the padding, so we will not be able to do the lipstick. All right, everybody. Let's bring everybody back on for a round of applause. That was great, Caroline. That was great, everybody. Thank you so much for watching our show, everyone. This was a great performance. I'm really excited to get started with all these people doing sketch every month. It's going to be a great season. You can catch us on the fourth Wednesday of every month. Starting October 27th will be our first full sketch show. And we're excited to see you. Again, thank you so much to our players. Thank you so much to the Laugh Index Theater. Thank you to my husband, Nathan, for running tech. And thank you to our performers. You were all wonderful. Thank you to our audience. Good night.